Very nice. Probability-wise, we got 2 hits already on that one. But out is probably because it was a bust. We got our first one from Obsidian. Unless you get something good from Paldea. Hey. Guys, Georgisaur here. You know what time it is. We're back with another one. Today we're going to be opening up something new. We probably already seen it before. But before we start with that, as you guys can see, our graded cards here. We got some new ones. We've already seen the Yono, but we got new ones. The Latios from Surging Sparks, and obviously our boy here with a guard and everything. Our Greninja from Twilight Masquerade right here. These two are here because what we're going to be opening up has some Surging Sparks, some Twilight, and some Paldea Evolved. You probably already know if you've been looking, but Lily Premium Collection boxes, the Premium Tournament. Here you're going to see everything inside. This little case has 4 of the milk boxes. Call them milk boxes, obviously, because they look like milk cartons. But we're going to show you guys what's in them, the packs we're going to be opening, and obviously all the promo stuff that's in there. No big reason why we're opening these. It's just because it's the new stuff. Lily is the one protagonizing it. It's her partner Pokemon. And obviously, we're not just going to open one of them. We have 4 of those cases in total. Each one comes with 4 boxes, and each of the 4 boxes comes with 6 packs. So in total, we're opening almost 100. We're opening up 96 packs, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what kind of packs we got and the promo stuff that comes in this Lily box. So here's the Lily box. Again, that you can see why we call it a milk carton. It looks like a milk carton. But here's everything on the inside, but we're going to go ahead and open it anyways, just so you guys can see what we have on top. Got our yellow and blue dice. Everything comes out pretty easy. Just a little bothersome at the point, but here's everything right there. All neat and tidy. We got our promo, which is our Clefairy. I'll open this one in a bit so you guys can see this one a little better. We got our little Polaroid picture of her Lily and her Clefairy. Some nice little sleeves. Obviously, Lily from, looks like the anime because she looks very much like the anime at that point. And then our little deck box with our separation. We have our Affliction coins and the 6 packs in there. And there's our big Clefairy right there. So you guys can see, you have your little part for the deck and maybe some extra cards in the back. And it's a Velcro thing, so very easy to just seal right back. But got 2 Journey Together packs, Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade. We got Obsidian Flames. This Obsidian Flames is never going to disappear. And we got Paldea Evolved. So, got 6 very nice packs that we're going to be opening up. We have a total of 16 boxes with this one included. Let's go ahead and open up this Lily card so you guys can see what's inside. We're just going to go ahead open it because there are more than just one card. Obviously, the big one is the one in front. But we also have Lily's Pearl 3 times with the special holo and our code card. So go ahead. You guys will get that Lily from this one. And let's go ahead and start. See what's inside. We're going to go 6 by 6 just so you guys can see what's in each milk carton. And nothing really big. We're not expecting anything big. But if something good comes out, hey, you never know. We got Journey, we got Twilight, maybe Greninja will show his face, but let's see what we got. Today we're going to get some help from our little pin from the Honolulu deck, the Pikachu Submarine, the Pikachu Scuba Diver. So that's what we're going to be helping out here. And we're going to be opening them in this order. Obsidian, Paldea, Twilight, Surging, and obviously our 2 journeys at the end. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. All of these we've done on the channel, so I'm not even going to bother going through them slowly because we've seen them all. Make sure to just get your codes. We're going to go back to our 3 and just see what we get in these. So starting with Obsidian, our Kingambit, and our Scizor, and that's what we're going to be basically expecting. Again, these types of boxes, if you get a hit, good for you. There's 6 packs in total, so probability wise maybe you get 1 or 2. That's upside down. Let's see why. Hopefully it's something worthwhile in there. But if you get anything from these, very nice. Probability wise, we got 2 hits already on that one. Paldea Evolved is starting us off very good with Floragato and Chi-Yu. And obviously over there with our Yono, because she is Paldea Evolve, so right there with Paldea Evolve. But we're just going to keep it going, guys. First pack, well, not first pack, second pack, and we ended up getting 2 hits. So let's say those 2 packs are a hit each pack. You never know. Maybe we get super lucky and we get those types of things where 2 come out in each. It's possible, but let's see how it turns out here with our next packs of Surging and then 2 Journey Together. And that's the entire box at that point. But again, we have 16 boxes in total, 96 packs. So make sure to stick around. Hopefully everyone gets some good stuff from there. There's only going to be one Yono. There's only going to be 1 Lily code. So whoever ended up getting that one at the start, lucky you. But these are some nice things to get because the promo stuff of the box, Lily's card, the pearls with the Cosmic Hollow, some nice little interesting stuff there, and it's a nice little acquisition of yourselves. So nothing bad will come from it from getting these. And usually those cards, for some reason, at least if you saw in the Yono's milk cartons, the Yono card right now from that pack is this price right now. It's way above what you would think a promo card goes for. There's our Floragato, and that's what we got. We got Floragato and Chi-Yu, so nothing bad. But again, that Yono promo has been rocketed up as a promo, so who knows what'll happen to Lily. So usually those milk cartons right now, if you see any that are still sealed, obviously the price is either more or less spot on, a little bit above, because the promo of Yono is basically the entire worth of that pack. So if you get anything worthwhile again after it, that makes it even better because you're basically buying the promo at that point. If you see any Yono milk carton boxes, but if you end up getting something worthwhile inside, that just makes the price of the box even better. So that's how we're just going to keep going. That was already our 2. We got Twilight next, but Obsidian and Paldea there didn't give us anything. Here our code for Twilight Masquerade. There's a lot of good stuff in here as well. There's always a lot of nice looking cards in a bunch of these sets. So if we ever get anything, it just makes it worthwhile. Because there are possibilities, never zero, guys, that we get nothing. Or we just get an EX. So that's what ends up happening with these. By the end of this, I'm going to see how many of these actually are pretty good or how many of them are just duds. Because let's say in that one, we got illustration rare. So that makes that box probably worthwhile. Price of Floragato right there in comparison. So it makes it pretty worthwhile with all the promo stuff inside. But there are points where you're not going to get anything. And right now, our last pack, we got nothing in this. It'll be a bust already right at the start. But if that's how it goes, it's how it goes. We'll be keeping that account by the end of this, but we'll see how it turns out. Better sooner than later. We got bust right there. So second box ended up having nothing. So one worthwhile, one not. So I'll be adding that little counter after each box. If it's just an EX, it's not going to be worthwhile, in my opinion, because if it's just a regular EX, basically a bust. Nothing worthwhile there. Got our Clodsire and Entei. But if we get anything like an illustration rare, honestly, any illustration rare would be good from any of these sets because you're getting something worthwhile, and at least art-wise. Maybe some full arts. Depends. If we get a full art NEX, it'll count. It all depends on what kind of cards you're going to be getting. That's our Paldea pack. But I'll keep account of that. It's already our third box of 6 packs. And the first was something worthwhile, second wasn't. I'll be putting those in the corner after each one, so not gonna have it throughout the entire video, but after each one that's open, we'll see. And by the end, I'll show you guys how it turned out with that of number wise. Again, it's always a gambling game. You never know what you're gonna get, but you're always hoping for the good stuff because we're already right there, nothing again. And already down to our last 2 Journey Together packs. And this is more buying for the promo, and if you get something, awesome, and if not, hey, that's the game. But obviously, we want to see what kind of stuff we're going to be getting at. not a real reason for the video. Like usually we do verses, blah blah, but I think we just added a reason by going, hey, how much of these are actually going to be worthwhile for opening or not? So 2 not worthwhile. Keep it going up here. Our 6 with this one, Obsidian Flames. Maybe even, depending on how I'm feeling with the editing, I might just cut out bust boxes and just say, hey, that box was a bust. So maybe just go on the time there. Because it depends. If we get a lot of bust boxes, I'm not going to have a long-ass video for you guys just to see busts. So I'll see how that goes. But right now, only 2 so far. And now we're already on Twilight. These go by super fast again. 3 each for 3 by 3 basically, because we have 6 in total. So just going back to the back lets you know quickly if you got anything or not. These are going at that point where if we're not getting anything in the first 3 packs, I'm hoping we get at least something in the other 3, because imagine just getting busts the entire time. Got our Terrapagos and our Journey ones. Obviously, there's some big hit cards in Journey. We have our Lily here as well. So if that ends up happening with our Lily boxes, it's going to be a nice little call right there. That's going to be a nice little call right there. So this box definitely worthwhile, guys. We got our End Zoroark, our alt card. Damn, in 1 milk boxes, guys. So again, there's the dichotomy. 2 boxes that are not worth it, 2 boxes that have been worth it, and this box is definitely way worth it. Very good, guys. So after that hit, 2 boxes. Definitely, I'm not even going to wait till this last pack. 2 boxes worth, 2 boxes not worth. And the not worth is really not worth because we got nothing, not even an EX. So very nice start with 1, 2 nothing, and 1 yes. Moving straight along, box number 5. And yeah, I'm going to probably do that. In the end, bust boxes, I'm just going to be like, it was a bust. Nothing. You'll see the counter in the end either way. If it gets cut out, it's probably because it was a bust. We got our first one from Obsidian, our Houndour. Very nice. This card used to be a lot. Right now, it's down a little bit at this point. It is Obsidian, but nice, cute little Houndour. Move Floragato out of the way because I'm going to be putting our illustrations right there, exhibiting, because I don't think anything's going to take down our Zoroark unless we get something very worthwhile. Hopefully some foreshadowing there. But if we got an illustration, I'm just going to take down illustration for illustration. And Houndour fits right there anyways. So, EX as well. Better than the bust already, because we didn't even get an EX in those. But EX and illustration are already in this box number 5. Already with 1 in Obsidian and 1 in Paldea Evolve. So, very good there. Already 2 packs. 30% already beaten right there. So, that would be 33. And a scoop up. Hey, already 3 hits with this one. So far, biggest hit rate. But scoop up. Journey Together doesn't have A-Specs anymore. So, maybe those A-Specs aren't really worthwhile. Honestly, those are just bulk cards at this point. Those A-Specs. Maybe in 10, 15 years, people will make some value out of them. Like the old ones. But at this point, those A-Specs ain't really worth much. Especially the ones that don't really have a good effect. Not even for playing the game. So, already our Journey Together packs. See how these 3 turn out for us. Already another box that is worth. Another EX, so 4 hits there. So, very worth in the sense that this one has had the most hits with 4. And let's check our last pack. Maybe not that great with big cards. Our good illustration right there for Houndour. But hit rate, very nice. We got 4. Let's check if this last one gives us something. And it doesn't, but hey, another worth. Keeping it going, guys. Obsidian is going to be starting us off on all of these. They're all in the same order. I'm putting them in the same order in that reason because maybe Obsidian is the least. We've seen so much of this. But there are some good cards that could come out here. Obviously, Charizards and all that jazz. But those are the ones where I'm like, just get this out of the way, because the likelihood of a Charizard ain't that much of a likelihood anyway. So we dropped our energy there. So that means our last three, we got Grusha, Paldean Tauros, and a Glimmora. Paldea Evolved is one of those sets where there are some really nice looking cards in there, but I don't really see them much, in the sense where I don't think we opened much of a Paldea Evolved on here. If we did, I'm pretty sure it was just a minimum. But if you've been on the channel, you know which packs we've opened the most of. Got our Palafin. His boy, you guys maybe already know that as well, but this is more of a trauma with Shining Fates than it is with anything else. But let's keep it going. Our Paldean Fates. One of those two from this set. I think it was Paldean Fates here. We got our Oricorio, Electabuzz, and Pikachu. EX Pikachu. So 2 EXs. Now this is where you maybe would say very good worth, because 2 EXs again, and one of them is Pikachu. Very worthwhile at the moment. So it's a worth box in our opinion. 1 EX, maybe not. Depending on the EX, maybe if it was just Pikachu, we would think about it. But now with a Pikachu and a Palafin, definitely a worth. But here we go. And our last one of Journey. And look, that's going to be our first line of packs opened. Since we opened up the first one, this is box number 6. But I have them set up with their lines. But there we go. That was our last one right there. 6 box. Another worth. So we got our next one right here. Again, if I just am talking and I skip to the end, maybe that'll show you the editing that I'm doing, that I'm just going to skip the bus. So I'm not going into this saying that they're going to be bus, but you never know with it. Okay. Paldea Evolved here. And our code. These are one of the older sets, just like Obsidian Flames. So we'll see if... There's a lot of nice illustrations here. Our Flamigo here. So another illustration rare from these boxes. Pretty sure the illustration rares are the ones that are going to keep coming and coming. Again, I'm going to be switching out the illustrations, so we could be seeing some new stuff shown right there. Our N ain't going down anytime soon, at least. Hopefully I'm wrong and we do get it taken down. But we're just going to keep it going. Right here. Another one. EX. That's what I'm seeing right now at the moment. We get an illustration, we're going to get an EX, so hopefully that keeps coming. At this point, we're getting illustrations from everything. At this point, we got one from Obsidian, we got one from Paldea, we got one just right now with Flamigo in Twilight. Now we need one from Surging, and we need one from Journey. That's the new thing that I'm hoping for. One in each, because Surging has a lot of good looking trainer galleries. Keep getting stuck with that. A lot of good looking illustration rares. And then Journey Together obviously has very nice ones as well. Noibat, the trainers obviously. But by the time we end this, hopefully we'll see some of those as well. Our last pack. And I'd say already, definitely worth. Keeping it going on. So yeah, I'm just going to count it as a bust, guys. Only showing you the hit from that packs and everything else cutting out. So, that's how we are right now. Let's keep it going. We got 8 more, including this one. 8 more boxes in that sense, not 8 more packs. But let's just keep it going. Let's see how it turns out. Charmander, Grumpig, and Darkrai. That's how quick these go by. Again, let me know what you guys think so far about these Lily milk boxes. What do you guys think? Would you buy it just for the promo? Would you buy it expecting hits? So far, well, we're not horribly going, especially with our Zoroark. But again, luck's like that. Don't know if it just turned out like that. I've seen people getting good hits from these, but at the same time, you saw we already got 2 bust boxes. We got one with just an EX. Greninja, haven't seen him in a while. It's not the Greninja. Just showing his face to see that we have over there our graded one now. But if he's the only one in there, you guys already know where we're going. We got our Surging Sparks with our codes. And let's see how this turns out. Got our Miraidon, Charcadet, and our Eternatus. Just like saying that name. And there we go. 2 Journey Togethers. See how these turns out. Makes it worthwhile. Maractus! We got a Maractus, guys. Google's favorite card. So, even though we don't really care about this one, we got our Journey Together illustration, like I was saying. Now we just need one from Surging Sparks. But we got our Maractus there. And our final Journey Together. Our code card. And our 3. Cubone. Oricorio, and our Tyranitar. So, even though it's Maractus, it's a worth box. Okay. Gonna go straight through. Jump cuts will be in. But at this point, I'm pretty sure maybe those 2 coming out in the beginning or more, they were better to be there at that point than now, because maybe if it's only those 2, I might not even cut them out, depending. So you guys can still get those codes. But if we keep going with more and more and more, we'll see how it turns out there. There's our Veluza. Again, those were 2 at the beginning. That was our second and third box. So if we don't get anything else, just goes to show you, maybe you'll be unlucky and get one of the few boxes that are busts. Or you could get something like this with a Dipplin. Very nice. Our Twilight hit is a Dipplin. And it's going to take down our Maractus just as quick. So I'll put her right there. And some nice pinks and reds right there in that card. Very nice looking. But let's just keep it going. But again, you never know. You could get lucky. You could get unlucky. At this point, we've only been unlucky with 2. We added another one because of the Dunsparce box, because it's just an EX and the Dunsparce ain't that big of a deal. But everything else, we've been getting pretty good. At least 1 illustration, maybe, and an EX or 2 EXs. Very good up to this point, so I'm happy with that. Let's just keep it going. We got our last ones of Journey Together here, and then we got 6 boxes to go, guys. And we finished with another one, Mamoswine. So another worth box. I would count it as a worth. We got an illustration there. So another added to the count. That's how we are so far. Let's keep it up. And now we're just missing an illustration from our Surging Sparks hits. So far, we've gotten 1 repeated in 1 set. I don't really remember which one, but we'll see how that continues. But I think it's probably in Obsidian or Paldean. I don't know. We'll check. But it doesn't really matter at that point. Now we just need one from Surging Sparks. That'll be our last one that needs an illustration rare. But we'll see how that goes when it comes to it. Gonna cover our Maractus so we don't have to look at it at this point as well. Got our Dipplin from the previous. Let's see if we get any new ones here. There's our Applin for our dip. Oh, Hugo's words came true. We got our Chimecho from Twilight, not from our Surging, but hey, that means Maractus gets covered, and we got our beautiful Chimecho, our Wind Chime, right there. Again, these boxes, illustration rares, at least you're expecting 1 from them at this point, because we've gotten 6 in total at this point. Very nice odds at that. We still have 5 more boxes after this, but don't take my word for it. You could be the lucky one and get an alt in your box, but so far only 1 alt and no gold. So let's see if we can get that out of the way too. Would you get a secret in these boxes? In 16 boxes, if you don't get a secret, probability tells us that yeah, the secrets are the hardest to get, but if you're not getting it in 16 boxes, when are you gonna get it? So right there, just our Chimecho, but nice one at that. So add it to the count. Few left to go, almost at that point. I'm gonna call it a bust anyways. Got our Salamence EX, our only one from this entire box, so I'm just gonna go ahead, add one to that bust. Okay, so Obsidian Flames, last 4 sets of these packs. Let's see how these last 4 treat us. Got our 3, and Rhyme, Drill Burr, and our Mario Luigi Bros right there. Just add it to the box, to the pile, I mean. Because they do have an EX, but again, if that's the only card we get, definitely not going to be worth. Glimmet, Fighting Olight, and the last card was a Glamour, I think. So, again, getting unlucky at that point. Again, these are the first 3 of the box, so they can just be showing nothing at the start, and we get some good hits at the end. But again, we could get another bust where just an EX. Oh, nice one. First full art. Our Dragapult EX. First full art of the video. Got an alt before we got a full art. So I'm just going to put him right there. Very nice, shiny Dragapult in his Terra Crystal form. We're just going to keep it going from there. So, at least seeing some different stuff. Now we just need a gold. Got a full art. Now we just need a gold, the secret rare, to come out. Because now we also got an A-Spec too. So we've seen all of the rarities at this point. We just need that gold. Looking for that gold. Okay. There's our 3. Paladin Wooper, Squovets, and an EX, Tapu Koko. So hey, not lacking in the 2 hits at least. Let's see if our last pack of Journey gives us a little illustration boy to show us the amounts of rarities in this box. We got our Wooloo, and it was just those 2, but again, we got an EX and a full art, so worth. Okay, going straight here. Our Obsidian. Boy, Obsidian, we haven't seen any Charizard, so goes to show you the packs with Charizard on the front, and no Charizards have shown their face at all. Paldea Evolve. It's kind of what gets me with Obsidian Flames. Our boy is the big hit there, and you hardly ever see him. The regular EX form and the other one, so. Got our Artisan, Grafine, Wigglytuff. Here as well. Again, the masks are part of the big hits here, and honestly, you see all of the other masks more than the one that's part of the protagonizing part of it. The green mask is the one that I see the least usually. Got our Skarmory, it's Sinistacha EX, another full art. Speaking of the full arts, when we weren't looking at them, now got a second one already in this box. So Sinistacha, it's not a Terra Crystal card, but hey, full art nonetheless. Nice one in that. Little ghost T Pokemon, I think. It's not just a regular T Pokemon, but probably fits a ghost T more. It's one of those Pokemon that, or one of those ghost things like in Japanese mythology that they take form, or they take over an object because that object has been used for many years, blah, blah. I don't know what the myth is. If I find it, I'll put it there for you guys. But that's, I think, what it's supposed to be. Our Alcremie. It's basically a ghost or a spirit that takes over inanimate objects. And our last one. And they've done that a lot in Pokemon. There's more than just that does it. So our last pack here with our code. Let's see how it turns out with our last 3. Wailord and Hops Dublo. So EX and full art added to the count. Second to last box here. Let's see how this bad boy goes for us. And then in our last one, it'll be a little more suspense to see how we finish off. Our Glimmet and Claydol. So far, only the Houndour has been anything in Obsidian. So At least there was one of those. An illustration rare, not just a regular EX. But them's the breaks. Again, nothing super big ever comes out from Obsidian. Unless you get something good from Paldea. Hey, there's our second evolution again. Crocalor. We got Spirigato, and then we got Crocalor. So, at least we be getting these guys. Again, second evolution. Not the first one, not the third. Specifically, the second. Because Fuecoco, Spirigatito, and Quaxly are, I think, at this point, they're better value, at least, than their evolution. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the teal, got our Teal Mask EX right there for us. Speaking of the one that I said doesn't show itself much, we got the regular EX right there for us. And now let's check out these other three. In my opinion, in yours probably already worth, but let's just keep it going and see how these turn out. We got 3 more. Maybe we got another box with 4 hits. If we're so lucky. Miracle Headset, our ace spec there. Another ace of this video, second one. Out of all of the packs we've pulled, only our second ace spec. And our last 2 of Journey Together. See if we can get one more hit. It'll make it that second, 4th hit box. Nothing super big. Maybe 2 EXs and an ace spec with our illustration rare. And then let's see how it goes. So 4 hits there. Our 2 EXs, ace spec, and illustration. My guess is nothing's gonna come out here. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Because if nothing comes out here, it just proves to me if you're getting that kind of luck, maybe it just repeats itself at that point. 2 EXs, an illustration, and an ace spec for second one of 4. So another added to the count. Final box, guys. Let's see how this last one treats us. It was our one right before the 4. So let's see if we got any luck in the sense that it's not going to be a bust. Because imagine the last one being a bust and the one right before is a 4-hit box. Starting off with an EX. So as long as it's more than just that, it's already worth. But if we're starting with the EX and we end with nothing, you guys already know I'm going straight to that counter. Okay, there's our code. Our Paldea Evolve pack with Tropius, Tinkatuff, and Earthworm. Twilight here, last Twilight pack. And we still haven't gotten a Surging Sparks illustration, so in the last one, let's see if we get anything. Got our Bug Catching set, Cramorant, our illustration rare there. Last one to take our last throne, just because of changing out. Don't like Cramorant, but I do like that card at least. Looks very nice. Kids enjoying themselves playing with water, and obviously you got the ugly bird water Pokemon right there. But our Surging Sparks pack, Morlul, Fampi, and Dialga, and we're finishing off with our 2 journeys. Hopefully, maybe we get some luck, and we got some of our reason for these guys showing up. A Lily, an N, a Yono, or a Hop. Let's see how that one turns out. But again, we already got our bad boy there showing off. But again, these are Lily's milk boxes. We got we got what I was saying. We got a Yono at least right there showing us off the entire reason behind this set. Our little partner Pokemon with their partners. And there we go. Now we have 2 on the throne in our journey together. Obviously, the ones with more packs ended up being the 2 throne spots by the end of this. Even though Yono is just an illustration right there. See how we finish off this last one with 3 hits at this point. Got our Volcarona, Comfey, and we finish off very well with a Ends Zoroark to go with our Ends Zoroark full art to finish off. Very good box, an illustration, a full art, an illustration rare, 2 illustration rares, and an EX. So another 4-hit box, guys. 3 in total by the end, and that's how we ended up. Okay, guys, to finish off, again, you saw our counter, but there's our counter again. Worth, not worth. The not worth, I probably just cut him out. by the end of this, so you guys just didn't have to bother seeing them. But in total, we got 30 hits out of our 96 packs. Maybe a little bit below 30%, because exactly 33% would have been 32 hits. So maybe like 29, 28%. But you guys let me know the math down in those comments. But in total, we got 30 hits. I'm not going to show you all the EXs because a lot of the EXs are some of the hits. But we're just going to go ahead and show off what we got in total and our big boys of the EXs. Just the ones that are probably payable, with our Greninja, our Mask Zoroark, our Teal Mask, and our Pikachu. Then our 2 Ace Specs, our Scoop Up and our Mind headset. Got our full arts of Sinisacha, Dragapult, and our boy N, finishing off the video over there. And then our illustration rares, Ugo's favorite card at the front. Then my favorite card, our Cramorant, Chimecho, Flamigo. We ended up getting a lot of illustration rares. Our Houndour, Driplin, Crocolore, our Gato, Florigato, and our Yono's Kilowatt Roll. So we did get a lot of illustration rares. Very good there. And obviously, king of the video. We didn't get a gold, but hey, he is higher right now than any of the golds in the set for Journey Together. So very nice right there. And that's been the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of Yono. So those were Lily's Milk Carton, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about that. You guys saw the kind of hits we got. Some of them were buzz, some of them weren't. Even though some weren't buzz specifically because they had EXs, probably didn't count them in the end. So let me know what you thought down there. Would you go for these just for the promos to see if you get some hits? Maybe. But if you're going for hits, probably wouldn't recommend it. We did get a lot of stuff in the end, but we did open up 16 boxes. So that's been the video, guys. I've been Georgisaur. Let me know what you thought down in those comments. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're watching. Peace out.